Don't worry, He-Man. I've got
man.
you.
The power of Grayskull. I have the power.
Hello.
Hey,
Who is this?
Skeletor, help. Hello, Skeletor. Get back here.
Oh, He-Man,
Orko,
you're
no.
in trouble. I'll help
Go get Man-at-Arms. No, Orko, don't use the spell.
Razor
Orko.
wing above
Oh,
the spine.
Orko, no.
Oh,
Ah!
I'm sorry,
Orko. Hey, Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year. Good morning.
Good morning, right? Did you have to set your alarm this morning?
No, but I did, but I snoozed it. I set it really early because I'm trying to get, I wasn't going to be on the night owls last night for very long because even if we did run, because I was totally jacked up my sleeping schedule over the
night owls? They didn't do it though, right?
I don't think they, well, if they did, I think we kind of decided that we were going to pick back up next week.
Hey, Sean, Happy New Year. Great to see you here. I was kind of iffy if I wasn't sure if anybody's going to pop in. It's kind of was saying it's been a rough weekend a little bit, getting used to trying to get back on schedule and stuff.
Yeah.
I did watch, so yesterday, my daughter wanted to go to the comic book store because she wanted to pick up a Spider-Man comic book. Her first Spider-Man comic book, her first comic book, I believe, ever. She's 20 years old, going back to college, and she watched the Spider-Man, the latest Spider-Man movie, and loved it. Now she's watching all of them again. She's seen them all, but she's rewatching it and absolutely loved the Spider-Man movie. So awesome. I took her to the comic book store, and that was in the video I just posted yesterday in that comic book shop. And I was going to put her in there, but she's like, Dad, I don't want to be in the video. But
a little shy.
We watched, I said, do you like Spider-Man? I said, and she likes Harley Quinn too. So I was like, hey, let's watch the latest Suicide Squad.
The Suicide Squad?
Yeah. Have you seen that one? The latest one?
We did. I like that one.
I absolutely loved it too, man. It was, hey, Rolando. Good morning, brother.
Skip the Birds of Prey, though.
I tried watching that one. And I think I dozed off a bit on that. But was Suicide Squad, is that like an actual comic book? How graphic and how R-rated it is?
I don't know that it is that bad. I would assume. Well, I haven't read a Doctor Strange in years, man. I did like the last time I read anything from Doctor Strange would have been like pre-Civil War timeline, like that. Yeah, it's been a while.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I like them. I got too many other things going on, and then of course the MCU came out. So
I never got into comic books in general. I like the comic book characters, but as far as reading comic books, that was my brother. My brother is 4 years older than me, and he has stacked, like my toy collection. That's his comic book collection. He's got stacks and stacks and stacks, and he does statues. He's big into like Vampirella, all the like DC. I think he's probably more focused in DC than Marvel. But yeah, his collection's insane. But he was the comic book guy, and I learned a lot about the comic book characters through him. But I'm a toy guy, so that all goes hand in hand anyway.
Well, yeah, I mean, it wasn't always. I mean, I think there was a time when it was just the comic book. You wouldn't have thought to have a toy with it. But
well, the 70s, we had all the Migos.
The what?
The Migos back in the 70s, the Migo characters. This Marvel World playset over here, this is 70s.
Right. Yeah, I guess we did. I forgot that was that old. God dang, man.
Yeah, man. I mean,
you're right.
The Hulk, I'm still looking for. I get it. I wish I grabbed it back in like probably a year or two ago when I was collecting the old Migos. I wish I got my Hulk. I don't have a Hulk Migo.
I still think you got a good deal on that. I remember you made a trade for that Marvel World, right? You had to
Yeah,
collect
but
it.
now that trade is like, because that Marvel World's worth maybe 600, I think. Don't get me wrong, I absolutely love it, but that Marvel Worlds, I paid, I think, this much for it, right? But Yak Face is now worth like $900.
Oh, that's right. That's what it was. I couldn't remember. I couldn't remember what you traded. I knew it was a vintage, right? But
But Yak Face was probably like a $350 figure when I traded it.
the
And I
time,
used him as partial trade, because usually when you trade something in a store, they're not going to give you what it's worth. They'll give you
oh, of
maybe half what it's worth. But
course.
for me as a collector, I had Yak Face for over 20 years because I was collecting in the 90s too. So, and that's when I got my Yak Face. I actually got a Yak Face before I even got like a pop-up R2 lightsaber.
It, yeah, it's so weird, man. I mean, we could go way out in the weeds with it because it's what's trending, right?
Yeah.
What's important to you. I noticed when I used to, because I've always collected, right? I mean, I'm 13. I think I was 13 when I started actually like collecting. And over the years there'd be things like, oh, you know what? I remember I had that Johnny Lightning set. So I'd get on eBay and I'd go to see it, and I'm like, Jesus, it's really expensive now. Last
Yeah.
time I looked, they were like going for $3 or $4 a piece. Now they're like 10 or 12. And whatever clicked in my head, I think clicked in a whole bunch of other people's heads, and then that raises the value of it.
Hey, what's
And
up, Brandon? So, Dandy, who is your favorite? We'll do this for Brandon. What's your favorite Looney Tunes character?
oh, Bugs Bunny.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
Mine was Looney Tunes. I absolutely loved Foghorn Leghorn. I don't know why, man. He was one of remember the baby one, Baby Huey?
Maybe Huey.
He was the I think he with Foghorn Leghorn too. He was the big was he a duck? A big duck with a diaper. Remember him?
I don't know. Was he with Foghorn Leghorn? I remember a big duck with the diaper, but I don't remember what. Roadrunner and Wile E. Coyote. Yeah.
Yeah. So Brandon, who was am I right? Was Foghorn Leghorn with Huey Dewey, right? Is that what his name? The duck with the diaper. I'm trying to keep up with the chat, and
266 subs now.
that's good,
Hey,
man.
good job.
266.
Yeah.
I just broke 600. My goal was to get to 600 by the end of the year. Not that it matters. Everybody has to have a goal. I think it just makes it a little bit more exciting.
It does.
It doesn't really have a whole lot of meaning to me. Like I said, and this isn't a cliche or anything like that, but to me, the friendship that we make here is everything. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I've heard people ask, why did you start doing it? And hey, GeForce. I don't know. I was just entertaining myself, to be honest. Like I was entertaining myself and like put it out there. And if anybody gets a laugh out of it or has interest in it, then cool, even better, right?
Exactly. Razov, I might have to say nay. But although that Vader has gone up in value quite a bit, that Rainbow Vader. Do you collect any of the Rainbow vintage collection ones? Dandy?
No. In fact, I'm trying to.
Collection?
What's that?
You collect the vintage collection?
I'm trying to get out of it. I actually was just and it's really, I picked the worst possible time because they've got like the Book of Boba Fett figures that come out, those ones from the Mandalorian, like Bo-Katan and all those that came just the last couple months or so. It's really tough, but I am completely out of space and money, so I have to go back to my original, which I've done with a few things because I went way out into the weeds. But my at one point in time, put it this way: at one point in time, I had just nothing but Marvel Legends and a handful of like GI Joes and some other ones because I'd run out of so much stuff. It's like I gotta quit doing this because I just buy everything that I think looks cool, and
Dude,
I stop.
that's where I'm at right now because it's like I'm limited on space, but the vintage collection, I absolutely to me the vintage collection I think is like my number one that I
Yeah,
get the most excitement out of. That
that's
I
yep.
want the Boba Fett so bad, but I want to find it in a store. If I ordered it on Amazon and stuff like that, that's a little easy. I love the hunt.
It's
Sometimes
like
I'd
cheating,
rather
right?
miss out on something than to pre-order it. Although I did pre-order that Andre the Giant as Bigfoot, that Hollywood one. That's a must. I gotta have that in my collection. But I still haven't gotten my Piper yet. But this is my third one I picked up. I can't pass them. When I see a good card, I have to get it.
Oh yeah. No man, that's cool. So so that's a vintage, and it comes
Vintage
with the coin.
collection, vintage collection, and these are the cards that I actually purchased. Again, I might probably lose some subscribers from this, but I purchased a low gray on the Ewok card. Let me show you. I'm moving a little slow today.
Was
I'm just achy. I passed out on the floor here watching Suicide Squad last night. I had all blankets. It was like camping out with my kid. But yeah, so I had low gray. I purchased them on card, but I like them loose, so I took them out of the card.
but you kept
But I kept the card obviously and kept it in decent shape.
yeah.
But the price at the time, I mean, this isn't like I got it yesterday. This is years ago. But the price of the card versus the figure were basically the same price. So I want a mint figure. So what's the best way to get a mint figure with a coin is to get it on a card.
Right.
I can't even see how what I do is I cut the bubble on underneath.
You slice it on the bottom.
And I pull them out so you don't damage the card itself. So, but I picked this up the other day too. We'll talk a little toys before we get into fitness because that's one of our big loves is
That's what we do. Oh yeah.
So yeah, the face sculpt's a little bit crazy eyed, but I do want to get into some of the 80s wrestlers.
The retro, yeah.
So this Hulk is my favorite when he rips his shirt off and it has Velcro there.
Oh, you could rip it out?
So you can set it up so he's doing that.
Oh,
and then
that is so awesome.
Yeah. So, and the Ultimate coming out, I think this year too. They have an Ultimate Edition Hogan, which I want to grab, but it also has Mr. T a pack too. And Mr. T comes with the red and yellow items too, because remember those two teamed up together?
God, man, vaguely. Morning, Cat.
Hey, Cat. So, Dandy, can you do you want to be called Dandy or Dan?
I don't care.
I never knew that. I was like, do I call him Dan or is Dandy? Where does Dandy come from?
Denny.
Denny?
Last name Dan D.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm lazy and I don't like writing out my whole last name, so I would just do Dan and then my last initial, and somehow that stuck.
Nice. Good to see you, Cat. Yeah, my back's
I had a really hard time passing on. I found one of those, like that Hulk Hogan that you got was a Bam Bam Bigelow. I always liked him. He had the flame shirt, right?
Yeah. Yep. The flame one piece. Did you get that one?
No, I sat there in the store just with, doing that mental run. Do I want to go? Do I want to do this? I can't. I just got done telling you I gotta get rid of some of these. And I was like, man, I can't.
See the Bam Bam I saw it in store, but I think the colors weren't the colors that I remember.
Me neither. Okay, so it wasn't just me.
Yeah, so
His
if it
shirt
was the
didn't
colors
look
that I
right.
remember, I think it was more the red and I don't.
Yeah.
It was more. It wasn't like the darker, but that came out a little bit ago, so I don't remember exact. But when I saw it, it didn't bring back my Bam Bam Bigelow timeline.
Yeah.
But I wish I
Must have
didn't pick that. I wish I grabbed the Jake the Snake.
That would have been good.
That I'm kicking myself because the next one coming out, he has a cobra,
Oh,
and I don't know
sweet.
that one. I know the one before that with just the big python. Is that what it was? Like a python?
I don't remember what he had. I just remember Snake. He would always come out, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I'm getting into. I think I'll pick up Brett the Hitman Hart. He came in this set. Brett the Hitman Hart.
It's a great line if you got the. Yeah. Oh, there he is.
Yeah. So if I find that one in store, I'll grab that one. Where I'm gonna put them, I have no idea. Maybe I think there's a little space right here.
Right where you slept. Right where you slept.
They'll all be lined up there. We find a spot, don't we?
It's not really a toy, but I
Oh.
did get this from one of my buddies who might pop in later.
Oh wow, look at
that. I love this. Look at the way Iron Man popped, man. He's 3D.
Yeah. So is that glass or is that like metal?
No, it's just cardboard.
Oh, that's so.
I think
that's
it's
so
really
cool.
stiff. I mean, it's stiff. It's wood, actually. I'm sorry, it's wood.
Yeah. So those are, I think they sell those at Hobby Lobby, right?
Do they? I don't know where he got it. I mean, he got it for me for Christmas. That one and this one.
Oh, that's really cool too.
I love that cap.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite villains right there. Is the Red Skull.
Let's go.
Yeah.
So not necessarily toys, but that's about the only thing new that I've got from last time that we talked. Oh, except for auction that I got, but I already showed that on the night out, so just have to watch that.
You have to rewatch that. Wow, the tease, man, the tease. I actually my toy hunt I have that I did yesterday. I love Universal Monster Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Did you find it?
They have the 14-inch Mego version. Ooh,
14-inch,
14-inch, but it's got a cloth outfit, just like the Migos, and it's $35, which is a great price, I thought. But
for a 14-inch figure, yeah, that's great.
Yeah, but I didn't grab it because I was like, I don't really know if I want to spend $35 because I have the vintage collection that I want to get in store, the Bib Fatoon and all that stuff. So it's kind of like you can't just. I gotta think now before I.
You're killing me. Yeah, I know. I forget about Bib. You can't. No, I can't do it.
I almost want to stop collecting when I do the vintage collection original trilogy and stay away from like Bo-Katan and the newer, but it's so hard.
I know, because they're such good figures.
They are. They look really good. But so, how was your New Year's? Any drinking?
A little bit, probably a lot, actually, more than I should have.
Really?
But here's the thing. So my buddies and I actually, we went to. One of them's got a membership at a gym, so he talked me into doing their 10-day free trial thing. And I'm not. I mean, I've got plenty of stuff here, but I did want to see what they had, and I thought, well, this is a good excuse to burn some calories and work off some extra stuff to have fun tonight. And I actually, believe it or not, because I was sitting there calculating everything. I was scanning the barcodes on my Fitbit app. And, even with everything that I drank, I still was like right on my calorie count.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Plus, I had extra, so I really loaded up on the protein. I went way over on my protein that day. So,
how many grams of protein were you trying to stick with?
I'm trying to stay at like 150 ish. So I'm 175 right now, 176, fluctuating between the.
Where are you getting those numbers from?
The 150?
Yeah, where you keep getting that number that's your goal?
That's my goal. Oh, to keep the lean muscle mass at a steady rate. I think they said like 1 to 1. a 1.25 to 1 pound, right? Isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's like the average.
If I was
'Cause I'm at like 195, I think, to 205, where I want to keep my protein count.
where you're, yeah.
Yeah, so
Okay.
that's why I'm like the 150 to 175 seems pretty low,
You think
but
so?
I think so. I think so.
I'll have to recalculate it. It's been a while, but yeah, I was thinking it was like close to it just to maintain. You got to have at least a minimum of 1 to 1,
That's
right?
what I'm saying. So if you want to
Yeah.
build muscle, you should be um, a little bit higher. You know what I mean?
But if,
But that's again, I'm not a nutritionist or anything like that. I'm just going by experience on me. So take this with a grain of salt. That what I say. This isn't like the Bible. I don't want to. I don't
has
want
spoken.
to. Dean has spoken. I need to take 205 calories. Next thing you know, they're peeing out what are those stones, kidney stones.
Protein pellets.
Protein pellets are shooting them out like little BB guns.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it would be that hard to up it though. Like I said, I have kind of I think I mentioned this one of the other talks, but I kind of have a difficulty sometimes getting as much food as I need to get in. I'm taking small meals, so unless I just eat meat for every single, and that's it, I'll go over. If I, you know what I'm saying, I'll go over my calories if I hit that 175 mark.
Yeah.
Which is another thing that's kind of driving me to that 150, because that's where I found that it was right where I need to be. But I mean, I can always adjust. I can drop out some of the fluff. So I'm trying to keep in everything that, if I have a salad, you got salad dressing, and then
Well, you don't have to have salad dressing, do you?
I mean, don't you though? Don't you? Because you
I
pretty
just
much.
eat it. I eat it dry.
Oh,
Or a little bit of olive. Well, what I was doing was romaine lettuce, right?
okay.
Like the big strips, and I would put that in with my chicken, and those have like a lot of water in them.
That's juicy. Yeah,
Yeah,
that
so
helps.
yeah, that definitely helps. And actually, when I put my chicken, I put salad in it, and when you nuke it, it gets the salad like wet with the chicken.
Oh, okay.
So whether that's a good thing for people are like, oh my God, that's disgusting. But I have a couple of videos that I did make about meal prep, because
Plain
sometimes
salad,
it's easier
right?
to show. So let me pull up these plain salad. Yeah, I mean, no, that's just like I actually just picked up what is it? Is it guacamole? I think
Okay.
to replace, because I love mayonnaise. So like when I do chicken, right? Lately I've been doing chicken with the Dave's bread,
Yeah, yeah.
and then I'll put mayonnaise on it. It's just to help it because just like I'm human. Like you, I think you said last week that you were getting tired of chicken breast. You know what I mean? So having plain chicken breast, sometimes you just want to jump off the roof and say, "Man, I can't do it anymore."
Yeah.
But if you change it up a little bit, it helps. And there's so many. I think I'm more or less just that I'm lazy to try to prepare different meals. But
It is. It's work. It's
it is
work.
work. It is work. But anything worth doing takes work. I guess is that even a saying?
Anything worth doing. I think anything with results that you are wanting to get is going to take work,
Yeah, but
right?
the thing is try to make it a fun or a game and have a goal. So if you have a goal, just like I was saying with 600 subscribers, I just hit six. I wanted to reach 600 by the end of the year. Does it matter anything? No, it's a game. So you try to make a game out of it. So same thing with fitness or anything like that. You're like, okay, by the end of the week, I'd like to do this, or Dandy's doing this. So, hey, let's make a competition out of it. You know what I mean? Let's see what we can do within a month. And it just
Yeah.
makes it a little bit more interesting. Does it really matter at the end? No, but we had fun doing it.
Yeah. Even just talking to you has driven me, because I'm, counting my calories a little bit closer, and I'm like, I was almost can't remember what it was the other day. It was like I was gonna half finish my workout, and I was like, no, because I got my show with Dean, and I'm gonna.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, you know something, and it's true, and the same with me. This is a lonely sport, man. I tell you, bodybuilding and fitness can be a lonely sport, but if you're doing with others, it just makes it so much more fun.
Yeah, G-Force has got a good question. So, what do you think about that vinaigrette instead of a cream based? If it's, I guess it would depend on if it's like a sweet balsamic vinaigrette that has a lot of calories, right?
I think you just have to read the back of it, how many calories, and all that has to be in consideration. You know what I mean?
Right.
Anything with sugars in it, I would honestly stay away from anything that has sugars. Sugar is by far the worst when it comes to weight loss of any kind of sugar, whether it's in bread or whether it's in, if you can minimize that sugar count, then that would be
olive oil.
Yeah, olive oil is I think the one thing that is actually when I was training, the olive oil was a fat that I was supposed to be taking in.
Oh yeah.
So I would do a tablespoon of olive oil with my salad, but instead of putting it on the salad, because it might, I would just do it on the spoon and just
a spoonful of
but the
oil
thing
helps the salad go down.
It was all about the numbers of what you're taking in. So if any of it, I didn't want to have to lick the plate to get those numbers into my belly.
But for G-Force, if you're going for something like that, I think like the olive oil would be good. But yeah, even the cream-based ones seem like they generally have to me, it seems like they have a higher fat count. If I just based on the ones that I remember, if I'm looking at ranch, blue cheese, Caesar, they have generally a higher fat count, I think, than some of the vinaigrettes. But those vinaigrettes can still sneak up on you, because I know there was one that comes in and I love it too, and it sucks, but there's one that comes in one of those pre-packaged salad kits, and actually, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It's like maple bacon something, and it comes with this delicious vinaigrette, and it is like, it's ridiculous. It's worse than it's more calories, more sugar, and I think in everything than the Caesar one. So, but it tastes good.
But just like we were saying earlier, G.I. Joe has it right there. Knowing is half the battle. So if you have that in your mind, and as you're preparing meals and stuff like that.
Ross has got a good one there.
Yeah.
Olive oil, lemon, and juice, and that's great.
Yeah, that's really good. That's that's being creative right there.
You're keeping it, because that's the big thing, right? Like, it's not just the flavor, because the salad, you don't really taste a whole lot of stuff. You get a little bit of, especially if you have a medley, right? You got the carrots and radish and whatever else you get in there. It's just a little bit of something to moisten it up, so you're not like
dry. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, be creative, and like we said, and we'll say it again. And probably it should be our new title is knowing is half the battle, man. Yeah, right.
We just don't want to get sued by Hasbro.
Well, maybe if we sing it,
that's even worse.
Something. I tell you right now, if anybody is to sue us for being positive when it comes to fitness and using their logo, I tell you right now, I'd say go ahead, use my logo if it's in a positive, But yeah, bread is one of the things where it's really hard to it's like I'll use as an example quitting smoking. It's like an addiction, It's once you get rid of certain cravings and stuff like that, it's so much easier, but it takes a bit.
Salt and pepper, a little bit of salt.
Yeah, salt and pepper, definitely. When I was I had to have so many, I would do the pink salt, but I had to put pink salt on every meal that I had, not only because that was part of the regimen of bodybuilding, I have to take in salt on every meal. And then 3 days before the show, I would shut off my salt content, my body would get rid of all the water in me.
Yep.
Well, not all the water, but it get rid of all the water because
That
and
water
then
weight.
yeah, the water weight, but that's with the salt. The salt will hold it, and then once you get rid of it, it'll get rid of all the water.
Yep.
Leave.
So
Again, I'm not 100%. I had somebody holding my hand at the beginning, so
the the theory is sound though. You're right, because the sodium, the salt makes your body retain the water, so you're not
yeah,
going to purge
for
it.
the water content, but it also helps. Isn't it like a bus? It's like salt's the bus. It transports all the nutrition through your body.
Yeah. So moderation, right? It's like maybe it was before the stream, but yeah, if everything, just moderation. Cheese is
Cheese is hard, man. I've been doing a little bit of, I was doing cheese on top of my chicken, on top of the bread, and on top of the mayonnaise
yeah.
at night and stuff. But the thing is what's good about things like that is if you want to lose weight, you just say, okay, I'm gonna eliminate the mayonnaise. I'll keep the cheese, but I'll eliminate the mayonnaise. And then you can see yourself starting to drop a little bit of weight. And then once you get to a certain point, you're like, okay, let me drop the cheese. And then you drop the cheese and you start to lose a little bit. Now everything's going good. Then you're like, okay, let me drop the bread and I'll replace the bread with romaine lettuce as a holder. So it's all just keeping the same, but just chipping away at some of the bad stuff. And it just makes it, and you don't have to do it all. It's not like going cold turkey saying, okay, I'm going to eliminate everything and just do this, because the chances are this guy will come after you. I had to add him in. I have a thing for sharks.
What helped you come up with that? It sounds like a pretty good, and here's my segue. You ready? It sounds like a pretty good goal. I want to get to this point with my nutrition, so I started here, and here.
Oh, it's just like that's in order. See, the thing, like I said, this is it's a life change. It's not a diet. You know what I mean? So
you can't just wake up and okay.
You can't just wake up and just cut everything out. Everything has to be. You have to have goals. Goals help you stay focused. Competition really helps you stay focused. So if Dandy and I are having a little competition, not about money or anything like that, but we're on the same path. And that's what this whole stream is supposed to be about. Hopefully that we're all on this journey together, and we're here to help each other and motivate each other. So, I'm not going to lose a competition if you guys are with me. You know what I mean? This is a competition.
There's no losing it. Yeah, everybody wins.
Well, I'm not saying I'm going to lose. I'm going to be on top. I'm not going to back out.
Of course,
yeah. Although I do want that hammer.
You want that?
Something we should. I was actually sometimes when I was at the comic book shop and they have a Thor hammer and stuff like that. And how cool would it be to have a challenge in this whole fitness stream, and somebody gets the hammer. But I think that the thing is, we all win, so it's kind of hard.
Get it, Dina. So I have a plan using a kind of a SMART goal system for mine. If you want to see that, if you're curious.
Yeah.
So I got my
too, so we can pop up some videos and show stuff.
You guys ever heard of Rocketbook by any chance? Completely off topic, but
no.
Some of I'm also a I guess you'd call it an office supply geek. So I'm a collector of almost just about more things than I can possibly talk about in one single stream or in many. But I'm like I have my own special pens. I like specific pens, like Pilot or Uniball or whatever. Anyway, this notebook, you can write down in it, and you can reuse it. And what you do is you write down, it's got this scannable page, and then you take a picture of the page, right? And it files it, on your phone or wherever you want. You can send it to yourself on an email or whatever, and then you can just reuse it. So this is literally a permanently reusable, up to like, I don't know, hundreds of times notebook, and you can just wipe the page off. And the best part is, if you're like me and you kind of lose your notes and you lose track of what you've got or what you've documented, or I even started doing, and I'm going somewhere with this, there's a method to my madness.
No, that's good.
I even started doing some of my you're going to see how horrible my diorama ideas are. So I would, I jot this stuff down that I forget. I'm like, hey, I had a great idea for that one. What was I going to build? And then I have notebooks and notebooks. I don't have to do that anymore, because now I can literally, as long as I tag this page with this Rocket book, I can go on my phone and I can search, okay, diorama, it was a wall, brick, blah, blah, blah. And it'll search for keywords that I wrote in those notes.
That's super cool.
And it'll show me everything that I jotted down.
That's super cool.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm using that for my fitness goals, which I think we talked about in the other streams. I want to get down to just a little bit less, the body fat percentage. That's my goal. Few less pounds, right? 10, maybe, give or take. So I've used my SMART goal, which is, if you guys aren't familiar with this, I'm going to break out some of my managerial geekness here. So it's got to be specific goal, which I just mentioned, right? I have a percentage of fat that I want to get, pounds that I want to lose. It's got to be measurable. So how can I measure it? How can I gauge where I'm at? Well, that's going to be one of two things. I'm going to use my Fitbit app, and I'm going to use my scale, because that's the two things going to show me what calories I've taken in and how much I weigh. It's got to be achievable. I think I can do it, within 6 months. I think it's definitely achievable.
Yeah. It can be done in 3 months.
I could do, yeah. Well, I put myself down for 6 just because I really want to take my time and do it right. But
6 is cheat meals.
6 is cheat.
3 is
yes,
not.
yeah.
3 is no cheat meals. Trust me. You could do it in like 5 months and have a few cheat meals here and there. But it's definitely, I can drop 30 pounds in 3 months. But let me tell you, it is.
Chronicles has got it. Yeah.
You don't even put a piece of spaghetti in your mouth.
Yeah. See, and I want to get there, with a little bit of living too. Yes, Hollow Chronicles has got it. Nailed it.
Hey, Andy.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. We both clicked at the same time. Hey, Andy. How's it going, man? That's Andy, right?
I'm not sure. I don't think I've ever. I just started following him on Twitter. So
yeah, I think there's Andy. I don't think I've ever met the other guy. But man, I tell you, their stream is they're like legit.
Yeah.
They're professional, man. I think we're doing okay. But
I'm glad I found it. Well, we'll get there, right? We just need a SMART goal.
Yeah. So Andy, do you have a resolution? Speaking of that was one of our topics, is our goals and resolutions.
Oh God, yeah, resolution.
This year. So my fitness goal is, I'm working out at least 4 days a week. If because of the holidays, what I'm trying to do is back off on the weekends a little bit, try to let my body heal a bit. But I do like to do even 6 to 7 days a week, because I just like to work out. It's fun. And because I do things that I enjoy doing. So if you like to work out with weights, then working out 7 days a week isn't a chore. If you like to run, if you like to walk, things like that, then it's not a chore. So do exercises, do things that you enjoy doing, but try to find something that you really do enjoy. But my thing is just the food. So I do eat good when it comes to the proteins and all that, but it's when you're throwing in a little bit of the sweets in a bowl of cereal because you're too lazy to prepare something,
or because you're trying to find a toy.
Yeah, you need the energy to do those toy hunts. You would think we'd be able to burn a lot more calories with all these toy hunts. That's why, G-Force, that's why you're so lean, man. You're doing 14 store toy hunts.
Yes, his gauntlet runs have got to be. You know, I wish he had a Fitbit because I'd be curious to get on there and see his stats. I guarantee you he's probably burning like 2,000 calories or so just killing those toy hunts.
One of my things is like when I first started this YouTube, I wanted to incorporate fitness and toy hunting and collecting. So I was going to do like one of my videos is actually, I think that's my intro video to
Yes,
my
Luke.
channel is the toy hunt exercise video. But I actually wanted to do like give pointers. Like if you want to lose a little bit of weight and you're doing toy hunts, why not park your car a little bit further down instead of closest to, maybe not run in the parking lot because it's probably not the safest thing to do. But or I don't know. I mean,
Safety
sometimes
first.
I don't mind jogging in a store. I know I'm looking around and I'm the only one thinking jogging in a store, but if it's not super busy and there's a, you know, and I'm the entrance is here, the toy aisle's way down here, and there's nobody in the aisles here, why not give a quick little jog? Honestly, that's I do it. I do it. And I'm not
It's victory
embarrassed.
lane.
You
I
know?
actually park on the opposite side. So when I go to Meyer, and I know that's a regional chain, so you guys might not all know what I'm talking about, but I'll park on the far side where the groceries are, so that I walk all the way back to the end and around to get the groceries. So I'll go, and it's part of the walk. It's part of my regular routine, but I've built it into that so that you know what I mean. It's second nature now. And I park over there. I make my round, but it is the farthest possible route. I literally walk completely around the entire building.
That's awesome. Let's see.
But those little changes can make a difference. I mean, people don't realize it,
Yeah. Yeah. Some people just are gifted with but you know something, GeForce, I bet you eat decent. You know, I bet you do eat.
Sure, he's not a chicken McNugget. Did we answer Andy's or
What's
Andy he did give us his goal. Read 6 books this year.
Oh yeah.
And we'll see what happens when I don't eat bread for 3 months.
Click on that one.
All right.
Yeah. See it. That's what's nice. Isn't that awesome that you co-host? You can
He snuck that one in there. Yeah, I didn't want to forget it because I saw him pop that up.
Don't eat
yes,
bread.
RV,
Yeah.
thank you.
I was actually shopping at the grocery store yesterday, and I'm debating whether I want to pick up bread. And I'm not the only one that eats bread. My wife will eat bread. I mean, so I'm like, I can't not buy bread. So I get Dave's bread, but I was looking on the back of it to see which one has the least amount of sugar. And it's the one with the red. I forget what it's called. I think it's Power Bread or something like that. But it's got the red lettering or red packaging on it, and it only has 1 gram of sugar per slice. So versus the other ones, I think were like 5 grams of sugar per slice.
Is that wheat?
Honestly, don't know. I don't think it's white. It's got like all the grains and stuff in it. So
but that's why I asked. I doubt it would be if the starch and the white alone would have more. Make it more than that, probably. Blue wants to know what your arcade game is.
Yeah. I saw that earlier, but I was so yeah. Real quick, you're gonna make me get up.
Oh yeah, oh, so sorry.
So I picked up. This one came in the other day, so I got the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle one over there.
Yeah.
Right there. And I showed that on one of the streams, but this one I just picked up. It's the Marvel Capcom, and these are
you got it.
Yeah. So this has a bunch of games. So it's an 8-inch screen, but it's the actual games. It's got 4 games: Punisher, which is a side-scrolling kind of like what is it? I can't remember the names. Like Bad Boys or something like that. Remember those games on the Nintendo?
Streets of Rage.
Yeah, exactly.
Something like that. Yeah,
that's a good game. And then the other 3 are just fighting games: Capcom versus Marvel and X-Men and stuff like that. But yeah, so Kohl's has these on sale for $150 instead of $230, and then I had $50 worth of Kohl's cash, so I got this for $99.
And the screen looks really good. I mean,
Yeah, the screen's really good, and you can. I look at it from here. I'm sitting here, and this is sideways, and I can still see it good. The earlier models, when you turned it slightly, it turned like you could barely see it.
yeah, the viewing angle was pretty crappy.
Yeah.
Those were old LCD tech, though. I think that must be an LED, right?
Yeah,
I'm
I'm not
assuming,
sure.
unless you're
Yeah.
just making it look a lot lighter than it really is. It's not a tube. No way. That's a
No.
glass screen,
These
right?
were just these are
Okay.
just regular flat screens. But what's cool is they got the light up marquee. Excuse me. But I mean, they're fun to play a little bit. Unfortunately, I don't have my daughter and I played the Punisher side scrolling for a bit.
Yeah,
Cool.
I might have to ask for one of those.
Yeah, but Kohl's has them on sale right now, so check it out. I don't think they're doing Kohl's Cash right now, but I actually, because I got that, so I got $20 worth of Kohl's Cash on top of it. So actually, so what did I get? I get it for $80 if I use that $20 Kohl's Cash. Right? We always justify.
Right? Yeah,
But I
exactly.
got
That's what
reward
you got to
points.
do.
I got reward points out of it. Come on.
How do I get rid of that?
What is it? Oh, the
How's that?
bot?
Yeah,
Oh, yay. I made it big time.
you did. You
Let me
reached
see.
it.
Let me scroll on it. I think we can block user.
Hi, Russian in.
Did I do it? Hey
Oh,
man.
you got it. Yeah.
Yeah, if you click on it, there's like 3 little dots next to it, and then it chooses you could block them or
I don't have it on my
you
on
know
the
that
phone.
you know they're pretty they got to be pretty desperate if they're coming onto this stream to try to get some more business. I mean, do people even click on that stuff?
I'm sure
There
somebody
is
did.
no
Otherwise, they'd
nudity
quit
girls
doing it.
on this. No nudity girls, only toys. When are
Yes.
they gonna realize that?
Toys and fitness. That's what we're here for.
Yeah, toys and fitness today. So
Yeah,
yeah,
that's.
I have a couple of videos, but you go on, Dandy.
I was just gonna say that's GeForce had an awesome goal there, just cutting down on drinking a little bit, so that was good. Wouldn't not necessarily a resolution, he said.
Yeah, so I didn't drink
Moderation.
anything. I haven't drank in like 5 years or so. I just don't really care for alcohol too much. Not that I have anything against it for fitness wise. I just don't really care for it. I don't.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll have like a beer or two. Not and I'd almost get like an instant headache.
That's yeah, that's crazy. I mean, it's almost kind of like a built-in
Yeah, maybe.
fitness assistant, really. But yeah, and it's a killer. We were kind of talking about that earlier. People don't realize that we already just talked about kind of the salad dressing, right? The bread, just little things, and it's not anything for somebody that drinks, even socially, is to sit down and have a few beers, right? But that's 100 and I mean, depending on what you're drinking, possibly 100 calories, unless you're doing some low carb light beer or whatever. But yeah, I mean, 100 to 200 calories, 3 beers, there's 600 calories. And as we mentioned in the other streams, if you're going for 20 to 100 calories, there's literally 1/3 of your day gone.
I'm gonna try to put. Yeah, that's right. How do I do I know I can make somebody a moderator. I thought if I click next to them. Let me see here. Put in timeout or block user. We don't want to block you, Blue.
Don't block Blue.
Sometimes we could put him in a timeout, but definitely don't want to block him.
He's been good. He doesn't need a timeout.
No. What if I right click it? Will that do anything? I know. G, do you know anything about this stuff? G-Force? We'll figure it out. I know I've done it before. I've made people my moderator. I know we have Doth Rock is one of my moderators.
Yes, as long as you drink on empty stomach. Bread and action figures. That's a great diet. Diet for your wallet and diet for your body.
Definitely not. Well,
Is
That's
that what I heard? Yeah. The North Carolina dial-up.
Where you at? Oh, Tifo's still using. Yeah.
Yeah, we
So
all.
let me show you a couple of videos when it comes to fitness, keeping track,
Yes.
basically. So
Yes.
put these together, it might explain a little bit more, and things like that with the MyFitnessPal. So here we go. I don't know if we might be muted for a bit. I'm not sure. So we have a Dino Machino protein pancake, which has the egg whites, the eggs, oatmeal, a banana, and the protein pancake mix. So I'm going to cut one of the. This is for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and this is Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday also. So I'm going to cut half of this pancake tomorrow morning, and it'll be about 5 o'clock. I'll eat half of this pancake. At about 9:30, I'll have the other half of this protein pancake, and then we'll move all the way down here. So this is my 12 o'clock meal, which is about 7 ounces of steak. We have greens, which any greens you can do, green beans, salad mix, broccoli, anything like that, or any vegetable works really good. A half a cup of rice. This is the 3:30 meal. So we have a can of tuna. I have a half a cup of brown rice with greens. We have for 6, 7 o'clock meal, that's when I get home, that'll be my dinner. And this is about 6 ounces of boneless, skinless chicken with greens. And so this will be for, again, this is Monday, Tuesday, and then Wednesday, those meals. Right?
Beautiful.
So to keep track of that on my fitness app, right? So my original goal is to be at 2,127 calories. I ended up only having 1,768 calories, which I am shy 359 calories for my goal for the day. So meal 1 and meal 2 is the Dino Machino protein pancake. It says 668 calories, but this is for 2 meals, so it's only 334 calories per meal. This has 3/4 of a cup of egg whites, 2 large eggs, a half a cup of oats, 1 banana, and about a half a cup of Kodiak protein pancake mix. So third meal is 455 calories, which is about 7 ounces of steak, 2 cups of greens, and a half a cup of brown rice. Meal 4 is 205 calories, which is 1 can of tuna, about a cup to 2 cups of salad mix, and a half a cup of brown rice. Meal 5 is 200 calories. We have 6 ounces of boneless, skinless chicken, and about 2 cups of salad mix. In my last meal, sometimes I'll do 2 pieces of Dave's organic bread, and that's 240 calories for 2 slices of bread. So that is MyFitnessPal, and that's if I track all my food. Now, I typically for dessert, I added in like 4 chocolate rice cakes with a banana, so that would probably take away the 360 calories I had left over. So I would be on my mark if I stuck with that calorie count for 2,100 calories for the day, and my proteins and stuff like that.
So I'm curious, on that one that you had where you were 300 shy,
Yeah,
would you try to fill that in, or would you
I would definitely, because I needed to be at those numbers, and those are the numbers that because in order for me to build muscle and stuff like that, I need the building blocks to do it, but I have to do it in a clean way. I might could try to come as close as I could. So I would add in just one extra meal, and typically I would have 6 meals, and that's why it's so shy, because that that whole process is in that those numbers are when I'm training for a show. So I need to have 6 meals in for the day instead of 5 meals for the day. It was just every 2.5 hours I would eat a small meal, and they would have so many grams of protein, because my body would use it instead of. It's harder for your body, I believe, to, if you're taking in. There's no donuts in that one. Although I did have a couple of small donuts yesterday.
Gotta get those calories in. Now, so here's another question. So you're not doing like what you and I are doing. Let's say somebody's just doing a straight, they're just going to do that extra walk in the parking lot, and they're going to walk a little bit more and be more active. And can they do a calorie deficit a little bit if they say, I want to get 2,200, 2,100 a day, and then I'm at 1,800. I don't feel like, as long as I'm not, my body's not yelling at me saying, I need more food. Could that be, you think, something that they could look at?
That's a hard question. It's really a hard question. I mean, that's something everybody's different. So
right. Yeah.
How I lose weight might be a little bit different than the way you lose weight. Some people hold on to things. Like, I know a girl that was training with me, and she couldn't have oats. She felt that she would couldn't lose weight with eating oats. Which is to me, the oats is the carbs for me in the morning and stuff. If you eat 7 cans of tuna a day, you'll gain
something.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's probably where I get that little. I know a lot of people said you can't, don't eat too much tuna and stuff like that because of the mercury and things like that. I typically the tuna is a lazy way for me to add the protein in
to fill in.
Yeah, I don't have a second head right now, and I've been doing it for years with tuna. So
yeah, I mean that seafood can be pretty high in the protein count and low on calories if you don't mind eating it.
Hey, we have another bot, I think.
I saw that. Yeah, I just had to close my computer, battery died. Cut down on my cola. Oh my god, yeah. Extremely. Yeah, that's another one of those hidden ones, Vern. Like you talk about, let's say you have a Mountain Dew. It's 200. A bottle of Mountain Dew is 20 ounces, 290 calories, if I'm not mistaken. For Mountain Dew, 260 to 270 for some of the other ones, and not to mention off the top of my head, I want to say 20 to maybe 30 grams of sugar, if I remember right. That's just cutting that out, or even just cutting it down is a huge difference.
If you're concerned with me, that's the thing, is like with bread. If I look at a piece of bread and it's got 5 grams of sugar, and I can minimize and have a piece of bread that I choose that has only 1 gram of sugar in it and stuff like that. I just got a notification on my computer. Do I want to update? No, I am not Sean Solo, so I will not update my computer. Oh shit! Oh, sorry.
What?
It just pulled up, and it's Sean Solo. One time did a update right before one of the live streams on 3 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
So
I forgot about that.
Yeah, I love those guys, man. I love those guys. What's great about it is Oakhurst is letting me use one of his intros he just created last night. Right, Vern? Maybe not. No. He did they were talking about intros, changing up some of the intros, and I said, "Hey, can I copy that intro and use it for one of mine?" I was just kidding you.
Tuna fish with a little salt, no ketchup. Like, ew.
Yeah. So tuna sometimes is with is good with not ketchup, mustard. Man, it is early. You can't even think of mustard. Yeah. So a little bit of
time.
You see, ketchup has sugar in it too, but they do sell ketchup that has, and I was buying that too, is ketchup with 0 sugar and stuff in it. And that's the
Watch
thing.
watch what you get, only because I saw that and I grabbed it right away, getting all excited, thinking, "Wow, sugar!" And I could taste it. I didn't taste much of a difference. It still tasted sweet to me. They put sucralose in it, and I'm only mentioning that because if you have like, an issue with sucralose, not everybody has like a good reaction to sucralose.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it does have an artificial sweetener, and it just doesn't have sugar.
The good thing about me is I'm cheap when it comes to food, so I might try that, but I wouldn't. I'd look at it, it's like I don't want to pay $6. I can get half
Yeah,
of
six.
a vintage collection figure for that.
And then yes, the Coke. Of course, Vern had mentioned he's also got the Coke. Kind of makes you feel bloated, which is another kind of cheating your body because you're putting that that feeling of being full in there, but it's empty calories. So, like for example, like what Dean was talking about, if you've got to get those calories in for the day, you get 2,200 or whatever to get, and you finish it up with a Coke, well, you're going to get 300 empty
Oh yeah,
calories.
yeah.
That's not.
No.
Yeah,
Calories is one thing, but it's got to be. You got to have. See, that's the thing about like MyFitnessPal isn't just about calories. It's also about protein, carbs, and fat. These numbers are important overall, more so than the calorie count. But I would eat tuna straight out of the can back in the day too. I'd have my can opener, boop, eat that. I was doing sardines. Sardines are pretty good too.
you are brave.
Yeah, man.
And
But
and yeah, Blue, the God, what is it? The almond butter and cashew butter? It's like $10 for a jar.
oh yeah. Peanut butter's like the worst
Yeah.
thing to eat when it comes to trying to lose weight. But go back to when you asked me the question about do you keep your calorie count
Mhm.
if you're lacking, the thing is in order for you to track your weight loss journey, in order for you to want to lose weight or gain weight, if you have a consistent number within that month and you say, okay, I want to lose a little bit more, then you can change that number. But if your daily intake is bouncing around from 1,800 to 2,200 to 1,600 and things like that, if it's bouncing around, you can't keep track and things like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's actually a really good point. Yeah. That's where you're I think we talked about it a little bit where you're kind of confusing your body and it can't figure out what you want it to do.
Yeah.
Have a good one.
Hey, we'll see you, man. Thanks for joining us on this little fitness journey.
Yeah. Always good to have him pop in.
Yeah. So does anybody have any goals or anything else in the chat? So that's my goal is just to I'm working out decent. I do have a knee problem, so believe it, it's definitely a crutch for me mentally. And it really sucks. I have a knee issue and I've had it for probably like 4 months. And I was doing legs one time and my knee felt a little bit off that day, but nothing crazy. And I'm like, something, I have some good energy. I'm going to do some heavy machine squats and stuff like that. And I'm 52 years old. I guess you got to listen to your body a little bit better sometimes. But now I have a little, it's like I don't know if I tore something or what, but I have like a limp now a bit. So it hurts if I go heavy on legs. So I can't do what I want when it comes to that. So mentally it's a setback, but is it something I'm going to say I'm done with this sport? No. I keep going. We all have little bumps in the road, things like that. You can't let it set you back too far.
Blue, I had I never got it diagnosed, but from everything that I read and from the best that I can figure it felt like, or I felt like it met all the requirements of tennis elbow,
Yeah.
which came from me doing something just like what Dean said. I was trying a new move, trying to do like a powerlifting move that I'd never done before, and oh God, what is it? The snatch. Some kind of snatch. I honestly can't remember, but it was, you start with basically like a deadlift position, you snatch it up here, then you go up. That movement right there with the 110, 20 pounds that I had on it. Yeah, I had the same thing. I had to stay away from arms for like 2 or 3 weeks, just doing like small little bicep moves and with, just moving, but not resisting. But you can work around it. I hope it goes away, man, because I felt like it was never going to go away. It just kept going. It get a little bit better, every couple weeks, but it was legit probably 3 months before I finally woke up and was like, hey, that elbow thing is finally gone.
So Blue, I'm curious. Is it a constant pain, or is it only when you do a type of exercise? But I'm kind of curious because my elbow, when I first started out doing like tricep overhead dumbbell like raises, it starts out sore, but as the motion goes, it kind of like numbs away and goes away. So it's just like, for me, it's some of the movements creaky at first, but they get a little bit better as the motion goes on.
If I have a really heavy tricep day, I'll feel it in the elbow the next day.
Yeah. What's the most weight you've done on tricep dumbbells?
Dumbbells?
Yeah. Do you do those?
So an overhead dumbbell extension.
Yeah. So you pick up the dumbbell like that,
Yep.
put it behind you here, and then you raise it up like that. I don't know the exact names for every single thing. But those are one of my favorite tricep builders. I love that one.
So I usually do two. I'll take the dumbbells and put them together.
Okay, yeah.
So over, I don't know, I could probably do 30 pound dumbbells.
30 each, so 60 pounds.
Yeah. That's about it. Yeah. If I get any more of that, I will hurt myself.
Yeah. I love those though, but I go to Planet Fitness and they only go up to 75-pound dumbbells, and I have my son putting on like 10s on top of that while I'm doing it, But I think my max was 110.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It wasn't that long ago either, but it's one of those things where you got to keep going, keep consistent doing it every time. But it's a good builder for me. I like it.
I can do the barbell. With it, because I think it's part of that is the wrist positioning too. But I can do the 100 with the barbell on an overhead tricep.
Yeah.
With the dumbbells, I can only do.
Well, doing doubles would be hard, but doing one, like holding it like that, I think two it would be hard to hold it.
Yeah,
you might have a little bit more control with one.
Yep, because you're pushing in also as you're pushing up. So
I wish we lived closer. I'd love to get a workout with you.
I know, right?
Get some filming in too. It's only when I do certain things like pulling up on something. So at least that's one good thing. At least it's only when you do certain things. It's not a constant pain.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
I don't really.
And if you're moving, man, you'd be surprised. Like I said, people don't realize.
That's cool. Yeah, so that's the thing is that's also huge. It's like on the fitness apps they ask if you're active, what your daily routine. So as Blue, he's constantly moving, so he's getting his cardio in for the day and stuff like that. If you want to focus on certain muscles and like build like symmetry, that's when you'll come into exercising a little bit. But yeah, just eat right and stay active, man. So that's great. But then you get some other jobs or things like that where you're more seated, so it's hard to burn the calories. So then you really got to stay focused and maybe try to get in a little bit of exercise just for mental and well-being.
you know, that's my boat. I'm sitting down a good 60% of my day, 50 maybe.
Yeah, that's gonna be hard.
So, well, I mean, that's why I do that cardio. You know,
Yeah.
I get at least 3 in a week, so I'm making sure that I'm moving and those extra steps. Like I said, when I'm going to the store, and I stop. I mean,
Yeah.
because I toy hunt, so I'm constantly. I'm not G-force levels toy hunt, but
I don't know how he does it, man. See, I always time it. It's like when you're doing it, when you go to a store, that's at least 15 minutes. At least. That's running in, that's parking your car, running, going down the thing, going, checking, maybe checking Necker, coming back. That's about 15 minutes.
yeah. Well, yeah, because you don't. I mean, you're not just going to go in and check one thing. You got to go up and down that aisle.
Yeah.
Assume that you missed something, so I'm going to go back and down the aisle again.
And then if you're filming too, you got your camera. Dude, I went to Target the other day when I got the
Oh yeah,
Hogan.
Hulk
I got the
Hogan.
Hogan, and this is my third. Like I said, this is my third 3PO because I can't pass them up.
You got 3PO. I haven't even seen one in the store.
That's why I'm like, oh, I don't want to. I won't take them all, but if they have a couple on the shelves, I'll grab one. Especially if it's a good card, because then it's like if it's better than my other card. But anyways, I did that. I checked out. I try to use the app for Target to get the points and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
And then I went to Home Depot because Home Depot had a clearance on Christmas items, and they had the Griswold. I don't know if you saw one of my shorts. I have the Griswold car. It's a bump and go, so it's a little stuffed Clark Griswold from Christmas Vacation, and it plays a song and it drives. So I have a little short on my channel.
Oh, that's awesome.
It was on
discount,
like 75% off. So, and then it was a little damaged, so I got it for $3. I get in my car and I'm looking. I'm like, where the heck's my phone? My phone that I videotape on this stuff. I'm like, oh man. So I run into Home Depot. I'm looking on the shelves, nothing. I go all the way down. I look at the register. No, we haven't seen it. So I'm like, oh, let me go check. Target's right next. So I go back into Target and I'm asking. They're like, no, I don't see it, but check customer service. Sure enough, it was a customer service. But that's like the fourth time I've left my phone behind, and it's got a giant. It's got a giant. Look at this thing. How do you leave this thing behind? I bet what's good about it is if people see it, they're like, "I'm not touching that thing."
Yeah, what the hell? Yeah, I probably
What
think
the heck is that thing?
a store.
I walk in
something
the store, I have it in my pocket. I'm like, I wonder if people think I have like a weapon or something, you know? But that's oh man, I was like, my channel would be done. This is everything.
Yeah, well, that's sometimes that's all it takes, man. Just changing a little bit of things.
Oh, good. Yeah, and just we'll get to keep track of our foods and stuff like that. And like I said, keeping that trying to keep a number count, and this way you can track and subtract or add at a consistent number, right? Yep. That'll help with your goals. But yeah, that's my fitness goal for the year, is just to eat a little bit better. I'm not gonna be eating like like I'm going on stage or anything like that, but I'm gonna focus on staying away from the cereal. No more toy surprises for me. Stay away from the sugar, and and try to back off on sodas. I'm having a little bit soda, so I got to back off on that. And other than that, I'm pretty good. I'm exercising, and things like that, and just have fun, man. I think this will be fun.
Yeah.
How about you? We'll finish up with your again your fitness goal for this year again.
Yeah, Nathan's got the right idea. We need to tie that sucker onto your somehow.
Beeper, man. Beeping. I was low on battery too. You ever do that, Nathan? You ever leave it behind?
I hope.
So what's your fitness goal?
So we got. I want to drop a few body fat percentages and the weight. My body fat percentage is the biggest thing, and so I keep pushing that because I don't like where I'm at right now appearance wise. I feel okay, but I think I can feel better. So the the other thing I want to do is, of course, if I drop the weight, that's great too. But I think if even if I can stay where I'm at and just get that body fat down, I'd be fine with that too. I don't know if I can do it with you know where I'm at with kind of being peaked. If I can get that past that plateau, great. One or the other, but yeah,
I think
either 10
we got to
pounds.
work on your numbers. I think if I'll try to help you out with the number intake. I think your protein's a little bit low, and maybe your calorie count's a little bit low, and just change it around, because believe it or not, sometimes having less isn't always the best.
Well, I mean, yeah, like I said, I was doing a lot before, and but it wasn't the best. I'm watching it now. I'm watching it more closely with what I'm taking in. So I know my calorie count was high, but it was partially because I wasn't eating the best. So
Yeah.
So he's left it at home and in the car, but never in the stores.
Oh
So.
man, leaving it. I was in panic mode. It's like I left my child in the store.
Oh, I know that feeling when your heart starts sinking.
Yeah. That would been horrible. But yeah, so let's try to keep each other on track a little bit and have fun with it and stuff like that. And I can't wait for the nicer weather to hit, and then we can show everyone our results.
6 months. 6 months.
Yeah, so we got about 6 months to and that's plenty of time for everybody to get a plan, stick with a plan, have your occasional cheat days and fun days, but
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Just in time for I think we're gonna close it up here, aren't we?
Yeah. We don't want to. I know everyone's got things to do and meal prep, but hopefully this helps you out a little bit with getting ready for the week and stuff like that. Maybe that little video hopefully answered a couple of questions when it comes to what actually things add up to and stuff like that. And Blue got snow, man. Do you have to shovel? Because that'll burn some calories.
Careful of your back.
I hate, lift with your legs, not your back. I hate shoveling.
Yeah, not my favorite.
But yeah, I want to thank everybody for popping in. And if you have any questions or anything like that about fitness, feel free to hit us up through Instagram and Twitter and stuff like that. And maybe we can bring it up in the next stream, or I can answer we can help each other out through this process and stuff like that. And believe it or not, everyone here, this whole thing helps me out too.
Absolutely.
So I just want to let everybody know, if you have that knock on the door, it might not always be UPS. You know that, right? From Saturday Night Live. No, that's
is that what that was? Oh my god,
that's the land shark, man. That's what this whole thing is. It's the land shark. So if anybody's knocking on your door, you just gotta, what was it? That's all, folks. Take care, everyone.
All right. See ya.
Peace out.